Now let's discuss about certain special cases under the Karl-Pearson method of correlation. So this is the formula that is also coming under the method of Karl-Pearson, but this formula is used only when in the question you have been given assumed mean, actual mean, standard deviations. So when everything is present in the question, you can apply this method. Otherwise, we have already done basic three formulas: direct method, indirect method, and actual mean method. So you can apply those formulas, but in any question, if actual mean, assumed mean, number, and the standard deviations, everything is given, then you can use this short formula. Let's see one example. Now you can see this question. In this question, n has been given 8. Then submission of products of corresponding deviations from x and y has been given 2176. Actual means have been given for both the series. Assumed means have been given for both the series, and standard deviations have been given for both the series. So here you can very easily see that we can apply this method. So we just have to put the values. Sigma xy is given 2176, minus n is 8, actual mean is 74.5, minus assumed mean for the x series is 69. Actual mean for y series is 125.5, while the assumed mean is 112. Whole divided by n is same 8, and standard deviations have also been given. So 13.07, 15.85. So here you can solve it and you can get the answer, and it shows that there is a perfect positive, not perfect, but like very high degree of positive correlation. Coming to the second type of special questions. Now this is another type of question. In this question, it has been given that data of age wise certain persons data is given, and these are the total number of persons in this age group, and out of these people, these are the blind people. And it has been told that we have to find out correlation between age and blindness. So age is this. So our x is going to be age. So how to solve this? Of course, we can take the mid values. To have correlation, we can take the mid values. That is lower value plus upper value divided by 2. So for blindness, now we will calculate the blindness. Blindness means how much proportion the people are blind in that population. So we can say 55 people out of 100 are blind. Now this is 55, but this number is given in thousands. But as we have already done, that correlation is independent of scale. It is independent of origin. So we can ignore this 000, right? So when we are going to solve this, out of these people, 55 are blind. So we are going to get 0.55. Now to make our calculation further easy, we can multiply it with 100, or I can say I'm converting the data into percentage. How can I convert it into percentage? Because we know correlation is independent of scale. So to easy down my calculation, I have multiplied it with 100. So blindness for the first series is 55. For the second, 40 people, 40 are blind out of total 60, and we can multiply it with 100. So 40 divided by 60 into 100, you will be getting the data 66.67. So I can write here is 67. Next is 40 people are blind out of 40 into 100. So next will be 100. Next is 40 upon 36. So 40 are blind out of, it is 36,000. But we have ignored 000. So we can say 40 divided by 36 into 100. So this comes out to be 111.11. So we can just round it off to 111. Next comes out to be 18 upon 6 into 100. So 18 upon 6 into 100. It is 300. And last is 15 by 3 into 100. So it will be 500. Now you can see it has been converted into a simple question. This is our x series. This is our y series. Now we can take any of the method we can apply. Karl-Pearson shortcut method or indirect method. Then you can go for calculation of correlation as you would have seen in the previous videos. And finally you will be getting the answer 0.88. This can be another special case in case of correlation. Now in this question we have been given the information actual mean of x series and y series are being given. Then sigma small x square and sigma small y square have been given. So this is written that square of deviations from is actual mean for x series and square of deviation from assumed mean for y series. So these are small x and small y. And finally it has been given summation of product of deviations of x and y from their respective means. So when deviations are taken from respective mean, that is x minus x mean, that is always small x. We all know when deviations are taken from assumed mean, we call it dx, but when deviations are taken from actual mean, we call it small x. So this is the question when deviations have been taken from actual mean. So when deviations are taken from actual mean, the formula for Karl-Pearson correlation becomes very easy. Sigma xy divided by sigma x square into sigma y square. So if in any question also you like to take deviations from actual mean, when your actual mean is not in fractions, not in points, you can apply this formula. So here all the information is present. Sigma x square is 136, 138. So we can just fill the values, and finally when you will be solving this, you will be getting the answer like this. Besides that, there can be questions related to tellybars also, where you can be told to just calculate the x and y series with the help of tellybars. So in that case, we will just convert the question into simple question by putting the tellybars, calculating the frequency, and then you can apply any formula of Karl-Pearson. All the formulas are going to give you the same answer.